So when I think about going and finding or taking the church outside these walls into the community, I think about things like Revive 225, going to people going out and helping total strangers, repair houses and things like that, just as a sign of love. Um, and I think about famine as the enemy, something that's been kind of close to my heart, and I've been blessed through that Josh Seltzer started. That every Saturday people go out and bring food and clothing to help the homeless, the less fortunate. Not just feeding them, giving them clothes, but also talking and hanging out and just kind of showing some love to them. I don't really love talking to strangers either. I know the first time I went out there with Fight. I was like nervous and scared and not sure how to act or anything, but it's just to take the first step of just saying hi to someone. I think it gets easier after that. I don't know. I'm not the perfect person to ask about that. But one time we had an elderly couple coming and asking, or they're just receiving food, and Josh Seltzer was talking to them, and he called me over to talk to him too, and they were asking for someone to pray with them, which I'd never led any sort of public prayer or anything like that. Just never done that, but we did. I did, and the man was crying by the end of it. They had been in and out of temporary housing, and were struggling, and he was crying, but afterwards, and I don't know what I said. It was probably like 10 seconds long, but anyway, and then like maybe a month later or 6 weeks later, they were there again, and he came and found me, and he was so excited that they had gotten an apartment that was more of a permanent place to stay. But that just really touched me, that connection. He was probably 50 years older than me, from a completely different walk of life, but we had that connection just through love for each other. I guess maybe the group was a blessing to him, and they were a blessing to us. And so that kind of thing really touches your heart and kind of changes you, and that's part of why I serve with that. And in a way, even though that's not directly associated with this church, it is a way of bringing the church, the Big C, out into the community. But I think just kind of taking that first small step in faith that it's going to be okay talking to strangers about, really anything, just kind of offering love to strangers. It's very tough and awkward at first, but I think as you try it, it gets a little bit easier. Kind of understanding and accepting the gospel is confirmation of God's love for all people, and that we're all kind of in it together, and that no one's better than another person, and just kind of extending that love to other people. People are hurting. We all hurt at different points in our lives and need help at different points in our lives, and most of us don't want to ask for it. So I think going out and just trying to offer a hand or someone to talk to is why it's important to kind of get out there and serve, and try to offer that love that we know God loves us. Christ is the evidence of that love, and try to offer that to other people that may need to hear that message.